Hey everybody, welcome to Let Your Art Out. Today we're going to be doing an oddball art envelope using the October monthly exclusive set of images. So I thought I would walk you through on how to create an envelope through Publisher. So you basically open up the app and blank document and click on page design, size, and then all the way at the bottom you see more preset sizes. Click on envelopes, choose the envelope size that you are using. Mine is a size 10. Then I automatically change the margins to be narrow, and then insert pictures, and here are my oddball art images. So looking for the monthly exclusive, and I like to insert them all individually so that I can rearrange them, resize them, do whatever I want with the actual images versus using the preset image set with everything in there. And here we are. This is the envelope that I created. So you will see that I have created this envelope portrait. It is not landscape like normal envelopes, and because of that I thought I would actually add little boxes that are labeled from and deliver to, so that the post office wasn't confused about which address was which. The other thing that I will be doing when I send this envelope is I will be marking it non-machinable, and I will be putting on the non-machinable postage, which is I think 22 cents or something like that more. I typically have to put the non-machinable postage on there anyway, because usually I have somewhat bulky email, or email mail that will bend very easily or stuff like that. So I just go the extra and put in the additional postage. So I am using the Dina Wakley Scribble sticks exclusively on this one. I really like using them because there's hardly any mess. I'm not putting paint on on a palette. I'm not having to switch between paints and paint jars, etc. So they're actually really convenient, especially if you're doing something real quick like this. They blend really nicely. They are semi-permanent. So yeah. Anyhow, so I'm doing these little pumpkins and just kind of giving the gradient effect and making them look a little interesting versus solid orange. Not going for realistic here. I've given up on that a long time ago. So just going with the different values of the colors and different shades of the colors to make them look a little interesting, that's all. So yeah, going in and just deepening that orange up, or that tangerine up a little bit on these little pumpkins. Okay, I think the pumpkins are done. Now we're going to work on the dress. I decided I was going to do turquoise / aqua blue kind of dress. I thought that would be pretty, and I especially like how blues go with oranges, right? They're complementary. So I start a little different than most. I typically, there are definitely exceptions to my rule, but typically I start with the medium color and put it where I think things are going to be darkest, and then just water, dilute it out with some water. And then I'll grab my darkest color after that, but not yet. Oh, forgot about the socks. I'm going to go matchy-matchy, making the socks match her dress. So here I go with the darker color. This is the marine color, and just gonna touch this at the very bottom. It seems like her dress bunches up a little bit there, so I'm just putting a little bit of it at the bottom. I think that looks real pretty with that darker color mixed in. So typically the way I look at things is where objects are touching or overlapping, I usually put darker colors. And here I'm just going to fill in the color a little bit more on her dress, brighten it up a little bit in the middle and on her chest. And you'll see that I'm going over, there's ribs on the dress. I'm just going over that with the color. I figure I can probably a lot quicker for me to just come back in with a white pen versus trying to color in between all of those lines, right? Thank goodness for white pens. So doing her little shoes. And now her tights. So I was looking at this a little bit and I'm like, okay, either she has legs where her bones are protruding, and in that case I would make them skin color and have bloody bones. But I thought, she's kind of smiling, so, and this is like a cutesy picture, I'm not going to zombie her out too much, so I decided that I'm going to do tights instead, and then I'll come back with that white pen and fill in the bones, bring the bones back. So with that said, I'm going to make her a pretty girl, and so I'm just going in with the normal skin colors. Alright, so now I'm going to add some dimension to her face. I'm just adding just a slightly darker, using the Umber watered down to the bottom of her face, and then just around her eyes a little bit. Like I said, I'm not going to zombie her out, make her look undead or anything. I'm going for pretty in this one, and I think this image makes it real easy to make this girl look pretty. She's a pretty girl. Decided after looking at it that I would make her ruffles underneath her dress the black. I try and repeat colors as much as I can throughout the picture. It just makes it easier on the eyes to kind of see the colors appear in same colors appear in different places. It's a natural flow versus introducing too many colors and your eyes kind of get overwhelmed. So when it comes to coloring, I think, in my opinion at least, keeping it simple by using the same color in several different places versus the different color all over the place, it's easier on the eyes. It's more, I think, yeah. So doing her hair, I thought I would do it brown because I will be using, and this is the Umber that I used to shade her face, and I will be using that later as well to create a ground. So yeah, I say that a lot, don't I? Yeah, agreeing with myself half the time, aren't I? Well, sometimes I'm the only one that does. She has little eyebrows. And then just darkening in some of the spots. Oh, that's my dog snoring. And here's where the ground comes in. Oh, maybe not. Oh, saw some hair underneath coming off over her shoulder. So now I'm repeating the colors again. I'm going to make her hat band, the same color as her dress and as her socks. So now your eyes, when they're looking at this picture, they're spotting all the different colors. The same colors. It's a natural thing for your eyes to kind of look at patterns. And having the same color repeated is a pattern to your eyes. Look at her pretty eyes. Okay, here's where the ground comes in. So repeating that color, umber. Just giving her a place to stand. I didn't put the image right on top of the box for that reason. I wanted to kind of give it a little interest by having the ground separate from the box. I forgot her hands, so I'm painting that. And while I have that color, I thought, okay, well, it's good to repeat this color onto the skull. And I'm going to put in a lighter color sand to blend that in. Alright, now I'm going to color in the stars. I'm using the same yellow that I used on the pumpkins. And I'm looking at it and I said, that speech bubble kind of looks like a moon. And I don't know if that was by design or if that's me just seeing things. So I decided to make it a moon. So using that yellow there, filling in the heart on the handbag, and taking the gray now to kind of give that moon a little more dimension. The moon has craters, and thought maybe that would help with that. And I think my envelope is done with the paint, that is. So here I am taking the white gel pen, the Sakura jelly roll, and I'm just filling in the ribs, and there's little dots on the speech bubble, her teeth because she's smiling, and then the bones on her tights. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed this. Oh, once again, forgot the necklace, so made that silver. Now I'm done. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Bye.